Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19. Today we are on the European map, so we are going to be doing a wee bit of tidying. Just a wee little bit. And get some of the stuff put away, like the combine, because I don't want to get into the habit of just leaving this thing laying around all the damn time. And a messy yard. So we've got one crop over here, we've got another crop there that's been fertilized. Just edge forwards a hair. There we go. And hopefully that's far enough back where I can hook this on. So another thing, I don't want to start off the video like this, but something else that I noticed recently with this, and I don't know how the oversight was, but there are no trailers for the John Deere headers. So this trailer can cope with it, but it's very dependent on where you put it. The big John Deere header, if I actually show you guys in the store so you don't go, oh, you're just saying it, it's not, it's you're wrong, you're just wrong. No. 37.7 meters. That's that header. It's huge. I think we can all agree on it's huge. Similar 41 foot here. There's no trailers for these. And then you go to the big ideal stuff. No header trailers for this. The big ones usually have their own trailer system built in. Obviously, John Deere doesn't. But there are no header trailers for these. If we find where they are, unless they can get put onto. Where are the header trailers? I know I'm staring right at it, I just cannot see it. Where the hell is it? Oh, here, header trailers. This is the biggest trailer, and I think it's 40, so meant for the 40 foot. I don't know how well it will work with these. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not saying anything like straight away per se, even though I just did. But I don't think those header trailers will actually fit on those properly. Not without being supported unevenly. So, I don't know. It's something that I noticed actually during their live stream. So I'll throw this in here. Again, on this map, this is the map that I did the first Let's Play on, so this is like episode 2 on this already. So slowly back it in. Now I'm recording this on the same day as, well, the game drops, so I sound a bit like crap still. Still getting over that cold, and I'm still plugged up, which is irritating, really irritating. So we've got those fields sorted. Over here, we need to do a big chunk of fertilizing, so that is what we're going to be doing. Now, it shouldn't take us too long. This is a big field, but it's nothing crazy. Other than the fact we are out of fertilizer. I don't think I have any down here. No, I do not. Okay, we're going to the shop first. I'm glad I noticed that then before. Moving down the road just a hair and yep, that's broke. Actually, we can kill two birds with one stone. We can get that plowed over there too. So we'll do that as it's filling up. Gotta admit, I like these fields. They're fast compared to the stuff that you have been starting off with. These can actually motor quite along quite fast. What do we have here? I believe this would be the lime, which I will drive the forklift down at some point and shunt them around. Okay, so we'll go to here, pallets, and we'll just buy 4,000 litres of this. I don't mind dealing with the pallets if we had a proper decent flatbed. That's my gripe on that. I really look forward to seeing what you guys think of the game now you've got it in your own hands. And looking in the Giants Discord, there's been There's ups and downs, admittedly. But there is with every launch of the game. And just now, unfortunately, the community can voice it directly at them instead of just being somewhat hidden away like they have in previous years. So the Discord works for them greatly, but also works against them. Poor guys. So there's the pond that we can fill up stuff on. So of course, as well, we've got the multiplayer server up and going, which I keep saying I will do a video on that and how it will work. There'll be a live stream that I did yesterday on the day, well, on the 20th basically, and that's me laying down my plans and the reasoning why a lot of stuff. But if any of you are still confused and I haven't done the video yet, which I don't think I will at this point, it's currently 12:33. I want to go shower and go stream basically on the server. So the orange farm is my farm. The reason that is locked down is because my biggest pet peeve in previous farm sim games with the multiplayer is the fact that anyone can come on and just move all of your crap, throw it everywhere, troll you, and they want to do it because you're a content creator and they think it's funny. Well, newsflash, it ain't. So I'm locking my stuff down. So I can log on there. Me personally, I can log on there and I can jump on there and play right away. That is also locked down for the reason of the guys that come on TeamSpeak, Sim, Silver, UK Daz, Rainbow Dave, Simulation for the Nation. If they want to, they can come on the farm and they can do their thing as well on the server. If they ever wanted to stream off of it, even though they all have their own, I think, or just help out on mine if I'm streaming it and they want to play. And so every farm basically is their own farm. You do your own thing. As soon as I saw it, I had an idea. And my idea is to have one big community as far as on the server that does their own thing, but at the same time, that bird should be dead, can help each other out if needs be. If we're doing big harvests and stuff like that, which I will do events like silage harvesting for the BGA and everything. I plan on doing that. I think that'd be real cool. So everyone is responsible for their farm. I will give people farms that I've probably know as far as off on the channel and can trust the fact that they're probably going to do a good job at moderating their own channel, sort of, or their own farm. So everyone's responsible for their own farm. If people start acting a fool and you're the farm manager of that farm, kick that person out. Plain and simple. And then they can join, but I don't know. I don't want people to put passwords on their farms solely if you're on, let people come on, and if they start acting full, kick them out. And yeah, you're gonna have to put a password on it. But I'd rather not that happen. I know, as I said, the reason I've got a password on it is to protect my stuff, so I can always go on and guarantee I've got something to do in the stream instead of people hassling to or taking stuff away and doing random crap. My stuff's always going to be there. That's my main thing, really. And just lock your farm down at night, I think. If you're locking off for the night and people are in your farm and they're working, put a password on it. Run your farm how you see fit. Your farm is your farm, my farm is my farm. And that's what I've said in the Discord. Just moderate it as you see fit. But I probably suggest putting a password on it at night. And when you plan on getting back on during the day, open it back up. And once people are in the farm, they're in the farm unless you leave as well. So it's the only thing I'll ask, really, when I do the video. And I hope it works well. I really do. Because it's a system which should work very well. Now, granted, you start off with 1.2 mil or something like that. I put in 10 million into the save when I started, so we're down to like 7 million or something right now. And the awesome thing about the multiplayer system and the way that's going to be working is it gives you 1.2 mil or something like that, around that mark. It's definitely 1.2. What the rest of the figures are, I really don't know. That's beside the point. It gives you enough to build yourself a farm, a very basic farm, basic equipment, and some land. You may be only able to start off with 1 or 2 fields, depending on the price, and some equipment. I can see the issue being more than anything running out of machinery, and me having to take the server down at night and giving myself a crap ton of money. So okay, I'll give you guys like 400k, buy yourself some tractors, enough for everyone, and then upgrade when you need to, so everyone can do a task. I can see that happening a bit, but it's not something I really want to do. I want everyone to work as a team, and I think we can. I think the people that we have on our channel, in our community, whether you're new, whether you've been here for a long time, I think you guys can work as a community. And I've never felt so positive about a multiplayer. I know a lot of the older guys that have been on the channel for a long time will probably be going, who's this guy? Because I hate multiplayer usually, but I'm really sort of pumped about how this will work. Mainly because I know my stuff won't get touched. Honestly. For me, my biggest issue with multiplayer, every time I went onto my server, my tractors were just everywhere. I hated that. I had to go around, switch everything off, refill it, put it back to the yard, tidy up after people. Well, I'm done with that, because my farm's my farm and nobody can touch it. And that's what I'm pumped about, is everybody can look after their own farm how they see fit now. Now, obviously, 8 farms, not everybody that can come onto the server can have a farm. That's why we'll have people, hopefully, that'll take people in, and if they start acting a fool, they get kicked out. If they keep on acting a fool, then, wow, the ban button's there. Within an hour of the server being open, we had someone come in, which didn't seem like they knew what they were doing, and I made the mistake, and I will never do this again. I learned very quick and hardcore that eventually it conned on, like, the guy was young. You could tell that just by the stuff he was asking. Can I drive a car? Can I drive a car? Can I drive a car? And I was like, yeah, I think you're young. So some more people come in. And eventually I found out the kid, this was his first farm sim game, didn't know how to play, which, again, was cool. It was fine. And I was like, okay. I think it was Batman that came on. So shout out to you if you happen to be watching this video. I was like, okay, do you know how to play? And he's like, yeah, come out, and just general conversation. Batman was 19. I was like, okay, perfect. And the kid that I won't say his name came out and said he was 7, which, okay, fine, you're young, I could tell that anyway. So I already gave that kid a farm thinking he knew how to play. Big mistake. So he probably ran the money into a ground, just buying stuff and all that crap. So I made Batman farm manager of that farm, and he's looking after that now. And that kiddie was in there and started to swear. Okay, 7 years old, I'll give you a warning. Don't do that again. Little while later, out of the blue, I was just getting ready to log off. F you, Landy Kid. Oh boy, no, you just didn't just say that at 7 years old. Ban. An hour the server was up, guys. 1 hour. Like, and the sad part is, I believe that kid was 7 years old. Because that is today's generation and parenting. Absolutely atrocious. It really is. You guys have heard me rant on about today's parents. Just fob them off onto the computer. Yeah, they don't check on them. They don't do anything. It's just, oh, those parents need a slap. God, if I'm ever like that once I have kids. Shoot me now. Shoot me now. But that's my story for the day. Don't laugh too much, please. Okay, so 1921, we're on the first stage of fertilization. No weeds, no weeds. They don't need ploughing, they don't need lime. Well, that field 19 does need lime, which we'll get to at some point, so we can park this up over here. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm always going to have one tractor that's pretty much just attached to this at all times. As seen there. So I think what we'll do is, I need to start remembering to speed up time a lot more. I really do. And we'll just let time progress through. Maybe we'll do a bit of dusk stuff. We'll keep an eye on the weed situation, because I know we're going to get some weeds pop up. The lighting on this game, the way the graphics are, is just freaking phenomenal. And I can't believe people are saying otherwise. I really genuinely can't. I'm lost for words on it. Alright, field check. So we'll switch that. Oh, actually, switch that on. Switch that off. Switch that off. That's still. No, that's. I don't know. We should stay there. So you can see some pink line going down the middle field. Oh, middle of 19 there. So this will get thrown back here. Like so. Check again, nothing there. Alright, everything's starting to grow. I think we can see that now. Yeah, they're starting to emerge right through. So what we'll do is we'll put it on 5 times, and I think now it's on that stage. That field's actually done. We can go through and start fertilizing that lot. And as that other field is done, we will run the combine through that too. So actually, so nothing does happen, we'll put that at a lower real time, but at a further on in the evening, let's say. And we'll get spraying again. On the sprayer again. Now this is where I was like, I really miss GPS. I got looking. I was like, okay, maybe Upside Down posted something called Mod Hoster recently about that he's done with Farm Sim, he's gone with cattle and crops now, and he's not doing anything with GPS. Yeah, I didn't see anything. So I don't know where people are getting their info from. I know someone said it's from It's Gav on FSUK, which, to be fair, is a source that I would trust, so I don't know, hopefully he's not gone anywhere, because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure, he was working on GPS when Cattle and Crops was under development, and I think he was with Cattle and Crops then too, so I don't know. Alright, sorry about that, guys. You guys are going to have to deal with me for the next few days, still blowing my nose during recordings and live streams. It's, yeah, it's not pretty. So it looks like we've got a little bit to go down on that side. I want to get as much money on this map as possible so we can start looking at animals. I think we're gonna go down the route of probably, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I want to jump straight into the animals, but at the same time I really don't want to have to faff around with bales, and I don't want to, again, it comes down to I have nowhere for silage. I'll just place it down in a field. No, it will look like complete and utter, yes. There's no flat areas. Plus I'll have to cheat money in to buy myself an area for it. I buy field 5 and 6 actually looks pretty damn good. I wonder what's up there. Wouldn't mind getting into doing a bit of forestry too. Like, I don't know if there's any dedicated forestry areas anymore. Neither. It seems like there could be one actually up in the top where the grey mill is. We'll have to take a bout around at some point. Need to get the Mahindra on here. That's what I think, sort of UTV, what I'm going to get on this map. Probably the limited edition. Sprayed that field, sprayed that field. Please tell me I've got crop in that field. I bet I don't. No, I don't. I was going to get that ploughed, wasn't I? Alright, let's jump into the 6R. Oh, and here, I've seen a lot of people say about the wear and tear. Here is the wear and tear of the plough, and just look at it. That looks freaking phenomenal. It really does. Now, I wish when they got polished up like this, on the plows at least, there was no repercussion. Because in real life, when it wears away like this, and gets smoother, as long as there's still points on the cutting parts and stuff like that, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, it probably actually be better. The smoother the blade is, or the board, the easier the material is going to slide over it without getting caught up in everything. That's just my thought process on it. I do like this plough though, it is nice. It's more of a sort of an style you'd see in the UK, an English style. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll actually get a couple of hard workers going, unfortunately, which will eat a bit of our money, of course, but we'll get this going on the ploughing, which, that shadow, like, look how dark it is from here. Crazy, hey? So I started to cultivate these in, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to plough it in. I'll spray it and then I'll plough. Pretty sure there, bud, that should be using some lighting. Although that being said, there's a lot of lights coming off of stuff that shouldn't have light, like the particle effect. Interesting. Anyway, we'll move on to here. Something that I can definitely say, the hired worker is cheaper, which is nice. That was one of my biggest gripes in previous games, is the hired workers just absolutely completely did you for a good one. Like, to do this field ploughing, it cost me best part of 3 grand, I think, which still I think is more than it should be, but it's better than it was. And the way I have all my hard workers, well, everything going, it's basically they use everything: seed, fertilizer, all of that. Now fuel, people are asking, do they actually use the tractor that's the fuel that's in the tractor, geez, English, or do they use their own? And I think they use the stuff in the machines. I'm not 100% sure. Fuel usage is basically similar, from what I'm being able to tell, it's similar to what it was in 17. But as I mentioned in yesterday's video, each tractor has a different burn rate, real life and in game, no doubt. So how do I know what's actually legit and what's not? If you guys can see where I'm coming from on that one. Alright, apparently I did not need to put this back. For this. Hands down, awesome combine this, it really is. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's a decent size. I thought this was, I don't know, I've said it time and time again, I thought this was going to be small, but it's not. What crop is this even? Soybeans. Love the field info. Love the field info. Now, I don't think you can put straw down with this. Nope. Because if you could, I would. But you can't. Alright, let's get all the lights on. And start combining. I know a lot of people like this. So I'm going to try and keep stuff unique and different. I'm really not sure how I'm going to keep everything unique and different from the next content creator out there, because let's face it, everybody and their damn dog's going to be doing the same map, the same stuff, and all of that. So please, if you guys have got any suggestions for me to keep it different, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm at a loss. I just don't know. I think it's going to be a while. It's not a bad thing by any means before we'll see any maps come in. So modded vehicles from the community also could take a little while. Again, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to go ahead and download mods off of other websites which are just using the same crap that we had in the previous game, because, wow, you look at the giant stuff and you look at stuff that was from the previous game, now it's 9-day difference. I'm gonna say, I'm not saying because this is a new game all mods were crap in the previous game. They weren't. There was a lot of fantastic mods, but the caliper has now been just up the bar even more, and yeah, that's going to affect modders. It really is, in a negative way and a positive way, because it's going to get rid of the crap stuff that we've had for years, and positively it's going to push them to do a really good job. I look forward to seeing what a few of them are going to be doing and cooking up. I saw some other stuff saying that inside the cab's too quiet from people as well. I don't know, I tend to... Some cases it's a case of agreeing, but not agreeing, because I can see in some cases it is way too quiet, but at the same time, you jump into a combine like this, is it going to be whisper quiet? No. But maybe the volumes do need to get brought up a hair. But for example, you go into the Fiat, and it's probably going to be loud as hell because there's going to be no soundproofing. So there'll be a slight audio difference, but not as drastic as this, for example. But obviously modern tractors are going to have better soundproofing and all of that good stuff. Driver fatigue. It seems like a lot of people forget about that. Driver fatigue doesn't just mean, oh, they're tired. It's comfort. It is workspace environment. It's loudness. Listening to the same sound for a long time can just fatigue you. You get tired and start dozing off because of it. It's part and parcel of it all. So a lot of these stuff is built around the operator. More than people tend to think, I believe. What's our yield? Yield's actually not half bad. Tell you the truth. Now the chopped straw. I see and get asked a lot about the chopped straw too. That serves no purpose other than texture. It doesn't help for fertilizing. There's only 2 fertilizable stages now. You get your extra benefit from yield from lime and stuff like that, and weeds and all of that good stuff. A lot of people as well have said they don't like the weeds. As far as the weeds go, the way they look, I don't mind them. They look more like wildflowers. But they are perfect rows, I would say, if they were a bit more random, but I don't think the game can do that. And then maybe if they looked a bit more like weeds. So if we just stop here and go into our neighbour's field over here, you look at these, and these just look like wildflowers. I mean, how? These are poppies. I don't consider a poppy a weed, and consider it's November right now, it's perfect. But you look at this, it just looks like a field with wildflowers in, to be honest with you. It really does. But maybe if they were a bit more weedy looking, I don't know. That's the only thing I can say on that. I like the idea of them. Maybe tweaks a hair. But, again, you're not going to please everyone, are you? That's the thing with stuff like this. The birds and all of that good stuff. As we saw it there. I like the fact it gives the maps more life. The only thing I will say, I believe at E3, or not necessarily E3, FarmCon, E3, something like that, we heard about deer in the game. Yet to see a single deer. I've asked a lot, well, people have asked a lot about the wildlife and the deers and stuff running around. I've not seen a single one. Apparently they're supposed to be ultra rare. I had a poke around in the game files. I couldn't even find a deer shader in the game. So if the shader doesn't exist, I don't think it's in the game. But I could be mistaken, and they could be hidden away. I could see the bird shader though, just saying. I gotta remember to get out of myself a thumbnail. And I've noticed, like, all of my thumbnails from the live streams of everything has just been John Deere, John Deere, John Deere. It's like, oh my, I shouldn't be John Deere so much, but it just has been. And no fault of my own. Just the way it's gone, unfortunately. Not a big fan of the cab lights, actually. It's up until recently I didn't notice they were a thing. Like, if I switch off the lights, they switch off. I feel they shouldn't even come on with your lights. You want your night vision. You don't want light shining down on you. But it's probably so they can show off the inside of the cab, let's be honest. And another thing people have been asking a lot is beacons. Reflective beacons on consoles. Now, it's another thing. From what I got told by Virtual, I believe it was, in a stream, that the consoles just can't cope with the processing power. And Giants would probably put that in if they could. Didn't think the reflection would actually require a whole lot of processing power, but apparently it really does. News to me, I thought consoles were more than powerful enough, but there again, consoles, they don't make a game for the most powerfulest console. They make a game for the bare bone Xbox One, the bare bone PlayStation sort of thing. Alright, one of the hired workers are done. That would be Fuel 21. God knows how much that cost me. Probably not much, I imagine. Not even £1,000 to get that done. But at least it's sprayed. That field's being ploughed over there. Whether we'll get any crop in there or not, I don't know at this point. Hopefully we can. Be disappointed if we can't. But I think for a mid-sized combine, this is a real nice one. I speak to the guys on TeamSpeak, and a couple of them are saying it's a shame we don't have more mid-range combines. There's a lot of large. There's, in the grand scheme of things, quite a few extra small and small, and there's only 2 maybe medium-sized combines, and this is one of them, and possibly the Rushton Mash. There's another one I consider a medium. Because you've got the John Deere, which is on the larger side, obviously the Axial Flow, the C1090 New Holland, and the Ideal Combine. That's a beast. I actually look forward to trying that out in some point, probably in the multiplayer. One of these days, although it's me. My farm's probably just going to have John Deere. Come on, make the turn. There we go. It's interesting how the perspective changes on the camera look. It's like focusing. So you look at the buttons on the joystick, I've just noticed that. It's almost like it zooms in but gets blurry. Never noticed that before. That really does, wow. Interesting. Never seen that before. Oh man, my nose. As I'm talking, it gets worse. When I'm not, it's fine. Don't get it. I really don't get it. So hopefully we can get this field done. The ploughing should be almost done. Let's see if we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Yeah, it's working. It is most definitely working. Like, I've got 8 hours, 8.6 hours on this machine, and she's a hurting. She's a hurting. Time for some maintenance. It'll be interesting. The reason I want to wear this all the way down, I want to see what the effects are. Now, this is the tractor that I'm going to do it on. It's probably going to cost me a damn arm and a leg as well. So 8.6 hours, and we've got half a tank of fuel. I don't know how legit that would be. This has been mainly on tillage, I'd say, most of the time. For right now, until I sell that stuff and probably get the Valstad, which I'm gonna definitely look at doing on this map very freaking quick. Actually, have we got the Amazon? And vehicles do shut off when you go away from them again, annoyingly, for long distance. Do we still have the fully mounted Amazon cultivator? I don't think we do anymore. No, we don't. Oh, they got rid of one of my favourite cultivators. Oh, unless it's under discs. Disc harrows. Yes! Here it is. My favourite set. Oh, you can put the... Oh, for the slurry. Yeah, I forgot about that. Sweet. There you go. That's what I'll be using. Wage payment 500, and 53. Now that was probably from the spray, and that's what I mean. That's how much cheaper it really is. Another thing I like that a lot of people have been complaining about is the clouds and all of that stuff. Haven't seen it with the rain yet, unfortunately. I look forward to seeing that. And seeing how that's improved. Apparently it has. We're almost full too. Which probably jump in our wee Fiat to do that. And once I get to the end of this row, that's all we wrote, folks. I've got 2 hours on the combine now. So now the combine I'm always going to keep tip-top shape because we'll start losing grain on it, and obviously that is where your profit is, really, predominantly. You don't want to be losing material through that. So I'm going to go get set up on a... well, for the thumbnail, and then go on the multiplayer and get set up for the live stream. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow on the American map, which is Ravenport. And this is Felsbrunn, or Felsbrunn, one of the two. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later. See ya.